The electric vehicle (EV) market has become one of the most fiercely competitive industries in the world, and it's evolving faster than ever. As global environmental concerns continue to push governments towards stricter emissions regulations, electric vehicles are quickly becoming the future of transportation. But even as the market grows, the competition between the industry's leading players is heating up. Among the top contenders in the race for EV dominance is BYD, a Chinese automaker that has already made a major splash in the global market. After briefly overtaking Tesla as the world's top EV seller, BYD has proven its ability to innovate and scale at an impressive rate. Tesla, long considered the frontrunner in the EV space, now faces a significant challenge from the Chinese giant, which is quickly closing the gap with its aggressive strategy and forward-thinking technology. BYD's latest move? The announcement of a groundbreaking next-gen blade battery that promises to change the game in terms of charging, speed, safety, and cost efficiency. The EV world is defined by constant innovation, and BYD's new blade battery is not just another improvement. It has the potential to reshape the entire industry. With its focus on enhancing energy density, charging speed, and safety, BYD is setting a new standard that could accelerate the global transition to electric mobility. The race between major manufacturers is no longer just about vehicles. It's about who can innovate faster and offer consumers the most advanced and reliable technologies. With the next-gen blade battery, BYD has delivered a powerful answer to the demands of the modern EV market, putting pressure on competitors like Tesla, Volkswagen, and GM to keep up. As the competition intensifies, it's important to understand why the current state of EV batteries is holding back the market and how BYD's innovation aims to tackle these challenges head-on. The problem with EV batteries today. Electric vehicles, despite their growing popularity, still face several key challenges, many of which are rooted in their battery technology. The most significant obstacles include high costs, long charging times, and safety concerns. EV batteries, typically based on lithium-ion technology, are expensive to produce, and this cost is often passed down to the consumer in the form of higher vehicle prices. In addition to the high production costs, these batteries are often slow to charge, with some models taking hours to reach a full charge. For many consumers, this long wait time remains one of the biggest deterrents to making the switch to an electric vehicle. Beyond cost and charging time, there is also the issue of safety. Lithium-ion batteries, while efficient and widely used, are known to carry risks, particularly when damaged or subjected to extreme conditions. Overheating, fires, and battery degradation are common concerns with current battery technology, and the industry has been working hard to mitigate these risks. However, these issues still present significant barriers to mainstream EV adoption, especially among consumers who are wary of new technology. In addition to these technical hurdles, there are also ethical concerns associated with the materials used in traditional EV batteries. Lithium-ion batteries typically rely on metals like cobalt, nickel, and manganese, which are mined under conditions that have raised serious human rights and environmental concerns. The mining practices associated with these materials often involve exploitative labor and significant ecological damage, adding another layer of complexity to the EV battery equation. For electric vehicles to become truly mainstream, the battery equation needs a serious upgrade. Consumers demand faster charging, lower costs, and safer products. They also want sustainability, both in terms of the environment and ethical sourcing. The next generation battery needs to address all of these challenges while delivering performance and reliability on a scale that can support widespread adoption. That's where BYD's blade battery comes in and why it is such an important development in the EV race. With the current battery landscape presenting multiple challenges, BYD is taking an ambitious step forward. not just reacting to these issues, but reshaping the way EVs are powered. BYD's bold vision. BYD's approach to electric vehicles isn't just about responding to the current limitations of EV technology. It's about redefining the entire landscape. The company's philosophy is clear: make electric vehicles safer, cheaper, and better performing by rethinking the battery. This bold vision is the driving force behind the development of the Blade battery, a revolutionary new battery design that offers significant advantages over traditional lithium-ion batteries. What sets BYD apart from other EV manufacturers is its full control over the entire supply chain. From mining the raw materials to manufacturing the batteries and assembling the vehicles, BYD has complete oversight over every step of the process. This level of vertical integration has enabled BYD to innovate at a pace that many of its competitors struggle to match. By controlling all aspects of production, BYD can ensure the quality and efficiency of its components, ultimately lowering costs and improving performance. This level of control also allows BYD to take risks and push the boundaries of what is possible in battery technology. The Blade battery is a product of this vision, a result of years of research and development aimed at overcoming the most persistent challenges in the EV industry. With its commitment to innovation and sustainability, BYD is not just reacting to the demands of the market, but actively shaping the future of personal transportation. The company's ability to control its supply chain and integrate cutting-edge technology positions it as a leader in the next phase of the EV revolution. With its vision clearly defined, BYD's Blade battery is more than just a theoretical concept. It's a real, tangible innovation with the potential to transform the way electric vehicles are powered. Let's take a closer look at what makes the Blade battery so special. The Blade battery, a game changer. Launched in 2020, the Blade battery by BYD represents a major leap forward in electric vehicle battery technology. Unlike traditional lithium-ion batteries, which rely on cobalt and nickel, the Blade battery uses lithium iron phosphate, LFP chemistry. This choice of material is a key part of what makes the Blade battery so special. LFP batteries are not only cheaper to produce, but also safer and more stable than their lithium-ion counterparts. This gives the Blade battery a distinct advantage in terms of both cost and performance, making it an attractive option for mass-market EVs. The Blade battery has already passed some of the most rigorous safety tests in the industry, including puncture tests and exposure to extreme heat. In each case, the battery remained stable and did not catch fire, a significant improvement over traditional lithium-ion batteries, which are known for their volatility under stress. This increased safety is crucial for consumer confidence, particularly as electric vehicles become more mainstream. In addition to safety, the Blade battery's durability is another standout feature. It has a lifespan of up to 5,000 charge cycles, significantly outperforming many traditional batteries that begin to degrade much sooner. Perhaps most importantly, the Blade battery's use of LFP chemistry makes it significantly cheaper to produce. This lowers the overall cost of manufacturing electric vehicles, making EVs more affordable for consumers. This affordability, combined with the improved safety and durability of the Blade battery, positions BYD to be a major player in the global EV market. It's a true game changer that could redefine the battery landscape and push electric vehicles into the mainstream. Building on the success of the Blade battery, BYD has now taken the next step with a next-gen version that promises to deliver even better performance, faster charging, and more sustainable energy storage. What's new in the next-gen Blade battery? The next-generation Blade battery, announced by BYD, takes everything that made the original version so impressive and pushes it even further. One of the key upgrades is a 27% increase in energy density, which means that the battery can store more energy in the same space. This improvement is crucial for EV manufacturers, as it allows them to offer better range without increasing the size or weight of the battery pack. Consumers are increasingly looking for vehicles that can go farther on a single charge, And BYD's next-gen Blade battery provides just that, without the bulk that often accompanies larger battery packs. In addition to the increased energy density, the next-gen Blade battery also addresses one of the biggest concerns for electric vehicle owners: charging time. Traditionally, charging an EV can take hours, making long road trips or even daily commutes inconvenient. With the new Blade battery, BYD has reduced heat generation during the charging process, significantly boosting charging speed and efficiency. This improvement means that the battery can reach 80% charge in just 30 minutes, an astonishing breakthrough that narrows the gap between electric vehicles and traditional fuel-powered cars in terms of refueling time. This quick charging capability will be a game-changer for consumers who have long been hesitant about switching to electric vehicles due to concerns about charging times. The next-gen Blade battery is not just a leap in energy storage and charging speed, it's a smarter, more sustainable solution. By optimizing the design and chemistry of the battery, BYD has created a product that is not only more efficient, but also better for the environment. The reduced reliance on rare materials like cobalt and nickel, combined with the increased lifespan and charging speed, makes this battery a truly next-generation product that could set the standard for the future of electric vehicles. With a next-gen Blade battery offering faster charging and higher energy density, BYD is now poised to outperform its competitors, setting the stage for a new era of electric mobility. The 80% charge breakthrough. The next-gen Blade battery's most significant breakthrough is its ability to achieve an 80% charge in just 30 minutes. A milestone that has eluded the EV industry for years. One of the main reasons consumers have hesitated to switch to electric vehicles is the perceived inconvenience of long charging times. While gasoline-powered vehicles can be refueled in a matter of minutes, EV owners have to wait for hours to charge their vehicles, even with fast chargers. This gap in charging times has long been one of the major barriers to widespread EV adoption. BYD's new Blade battery changes that dynamic by dramatically reducing charging time, bringing electric vehicles closer to the convenience of traditional gas-powered cars. The ability to charge to 80% in just 30 minutes makes it possible for EV owners to quickly top up their vehicles during short breaks, whether on road trips or during daily commutes. This breakthrough could be a game-changer for the entire EV industry, as it addresses one of the biggest concerns for consumers and accelerates the shift away from fossil fuel-powered vehicles. What's even more impressive is that the reduced charging time doesn't come at the expense of safety or battery longevity. The next-gen Blade battery generates less heat during charging, which reduces the risk of overheating and damage to the battery cells. This advancement in heat management is crucial, as it ensures that the battery can maintain its performance and in safety over time, even with faster charging. This 80% charge in 30 minutes sets a new benchmark for the industry, forcing competitors to play catch-up. As BYD continues to innovate and refine its technology, it's clear that the company is well-positioned to lead the EV revolution, offering a more convenient, safer, and faster solution for consumers. Now that BYD has made charging time a non-issue, the next logical question is, how did they manage to achieve such a breakthrough? How BYD achieved this milestone? Achieving the 80% charge in just 30 minutes didn't happen overnight. It was the result of years of meticulous research and step-by-step refinement. BYD has spent considerable time optimizing both the structure and energy storage capabilities of its Blade battery. The company's deep integration and control over its supply chain, from mining the raw materials to the final assembly, have been crucial to its success in creating this next-gen battery. BYD's decision to use lithium iron phosphate, LFP chemistry in the Blade battery is at the heart of its performance and safety improvements. LFP batteries, compared to traditional lithium-ion batteries, offer several advantages, including greater thermal stability, which reduces the risk of fire and improves charging efficiency. The blade battery's design has been optimized to minimize heat generation during charging, which not only speeds up the process but also extends the lifespan of the battery. One of the keys to achieving this milestone was BYD's ability to refine the energy storage system's design. By rethinking the battery structure and optimizing the flow of electricity through the cells, BYD was able to enhance both the charging speed and energy efficiency without compromising safety or durability. This level of innovation required years of incremental progress and testing, as BYD continually fine-tuned the technology to meet the needs of the modern electric vehicle market. The company's full control over its production process allowed it to make these advancements at an accelerated pace, ensuring that the next-gen blade battery could be rolled out to consumers sooner rather than later. BYD's approach to innovation is grounded in a relentless focus on quality and performance, which is why the company has been able to achieve such impressive results. As the EV industry continues to evolve, BYD's achievements will set the standard for battery performance, charging speed, and safety, paving the way for a future where electric vehicles are the norm, not the exception. As BYD continues to push the boundaries of battery technology, it is important to consider how their advancements will affect the broader market and what this breakthrough means for global EV adoption. Rethinking heat management. One of the biggest challenges with current EV battery technology is heat management. Traditional lithium-ion batteries require complex cooling systems to prevent overheating, which can be costly and add weight to the vehicle. In contrast, BYD's next-gen blade battery generates significantly less heat during charging and operation. This is a major advantage because it simplifies the overall design and reduces the need for bulky cooling systems, resulting in a lighter, more efficient battery. The ability to minimize heat production not only enhances the safety and longevity of the battery, but also improves its overall performance. Less heat means a reduced risk of overheating and battery degradation, which leads to better long-term reliability. As a result, EV owners will enjoy a more consistent and stable driving experience, with fewer concerns about battery health over time. This quiet innovation is far-reaching. It changes how EVs are built and maintained, making them more accessible and sustainable. It also sets a new benchmark for battery design that other manufacturers will need to follow. As BYD's innovative battery design continues to gain traction, it faces stiff competition. However, its advantages are becoming increasingly apparent, especially when compared to what rivals like Tesla and GM are currently offering. Charging ahead of the competition. Tesla, a leader in the EV market, has begun using lithium iron phosphate, LFP batteries in some models, but BYD's approach is far more integrated. The company's full control over the battery development process, from mining raw materials to final assembly, gives it a competitive edge. This level of vertical integration allows BYD to innovate faster, reduce costs, and maintain tighter quality control. In contrast, other automakers, including Volkswagen and GM, still rely on traditional lithium-ion technology, which has slower turnaround times for innovation. BYD's ability to oversee the entire supply chain allows it to make bold moves, and its next-gen blade battery demonstrates the benefits of this approach. By innovating not just the battery chemistry, but also the manufacturing process, BYD can scale production more rapidly and meet the growing demand for electric vehicles with higher performance and lower cost. Tesla and other companies now have to play catch-up, and while they are still dominant, the gap between BYD and its competitors is narrowing fast. As BYD's technological advantage grows, the direct benefits to consumers will become more apparent, making EVs more attractive than ever before. What this means for consumers. For consumers, BYD's next-gen blade battery brings several key benefits. The most obvious advantage is lower cost. By using LFP chemistry, BYD reduces reliance on expensive materials like cobalt and nickel, making the battery cheaper to produce. This translates into more affordable electric vehicles for consumers, breaking down one of the biggest barriers to EV adoption: price. Additionally, the battery's faster charging time makes long trips more convenient, reducing one of the main concerns associated with electric vehicles. The Blade battery's safety and durability also ensure peace of mind, addressing the apprehensions that many consumers still have about battery fires or degradation. With a lifespan of up to 5,000 cycles, the next-gen Blade battery offers long-term value for buyers, ensuring that they won't need to replace their battery as frequently. This combination of affordability, safety, faster charging, and longevity makes BYD's next-gen Blade battery a highly attractive option for consumers looking to make the switch to electric vehicles. As BYD's battery technology shifts the dynamics of the EV market, it is set to impact not just the consumers, but the global automotive industry as well. Impact on global markets. BYD's next-gen Blade battery could have significant ripple effects across the global automotive landscape. As the company continues to expand its footprint in Europe and other major markets, its innovative battery technology could change the entire EV supply chain. The increased affordability and improved performance of BYD's batteries could lead governments to reevaluate their incentives and subsidies for electric vehicles. In particular, the lower production costs associated with BYD's Blade battery could influence policy decisions, encouraging further investments in electric vehicle infrastructure. Additionally, as more consumers opt for vehicles powered by BYD's next-gen battery, other manufacturers may be forced to follow suit, either adopting similar technology or speeding up their own innovations. With lower battery costs and improved performance, the entire industry will be pushed to raise its standards. BYD's next-gen Blade battery could very well be the catalyst for a global shift in both the EV market and the regulatory frameworks that support it. While BYD's innovation is setting new standards, the bigger question remains: will this breakthrough be the tipping point for EV adoption on a massive scale? Is this the tipping point for EV adoption? BYD's next-gen Blade battery could very well be the tipping point that transforms electric vehicles, or EVs, from a niche market into the dominant mode of transportation worldwide. The combination of faster charging, increased energy density, and reduced costs addresses the main concerns that have historically hindered EV adoption: charging time, price, and safety. For years, one of the biggest barriers to widespread EV use has been the fear of long wait times at charging stations. But with the new Blade battery's ability to reach 80% charge in just 30 minutes, that obstacle is all but eliminated. This breakthrough, combined with the battery's increased energy density, ensures that EVs can go further on a single charge without adding bulk or weight to the vehicle. Meanwhile, the reduced production costs associated with the Blade battery make EVs more affordable, addressing one of the key concerns for consumers who have hesitated to switch to electric. Governments around the world are already implementing policies to encourage greener forms of transportation, and the increasing affordability of EVs only makes these policies more viable. As the cost of electric vehicles continues to fall, the transition to an electric future becomes more accessible for both consumers and manufacturers alike. These advancements in battery technology have the potential to significantly accelerate the adoption of electric vehicles, particularly in markets that have been slow to embrace the change. For consumers who have been sitting on the fence about making the switch, BYD's next-gen Blade battery could be the catalyst that pushes them over the edge. As other automakers take notice of BYD's success and begin to adopt similar technology, the global EV market is set to grow exponentially. The shift toward electric mobility is no longer a distant dream. It's rapidly becoming a reality, with BYD at the forefront. We could be on the cusp of a new era in transportation, one where EVs are no longer the exception but the norm. As more consumers embrace EVs, the demand for sustainable, low-emission vehicles will drive the entire industry toward innovation and progress. With these technological breakthroughs, the future of transportation is now firmly within reach, and the world is beginning to see the full potential of an electrified, sustainable mobility ecosystem. With these remarkable advancements in battery technology, BYD's commitment to sustainable innovation is reshaping the automotive landscape. Their vision goes far beyond just building better cars. It's about laying the foundation for a global transportation system that will help mitigate climate change, reduce reliance on fossil fuels, and create a more connected, sustainable world. The journey to an electrified future is well underway, and BYD is leading the charge. BYD's message to the world. BYD's next-gen Blade battery represents more than just a technological achievement. It's a clear message to the world that innovation doesn't just happen in flashy concept cars or cutting-edge marketing campaigns. Innovation is about solving real-world problems, and BYD's approach to EV battery development is a testament to that philosophy. By focusing on sustainability, performance, and affordability, BYD has shown that the future of electric vehicles doesn't have to come at the expense of consumers or the planet. The company's commitment to vertical integration, smart chemistry, and bold engineering has allowed it to not only create a game-changing battery, but also reshape the future of personal transportation. As the world moves toward electrification, BYD is positioning itself as a key player in the transition to a greener, more sustainable future. The real question now is, how will the rest of the world respond to this new standard, and how quickly will the rest of the industry follow suit? The impact of BYD's advancements will likely be felt across industries beyond just automotive, influencing everything from energy storage to consumer electronics. The future is electrified, and BYD is leading the charge.